I am Angie Ammon, and I am co-founder and CEO of Tesouro. We are building a modern infrastructure platform from the ground up to service SaaS companies that would like to embed financial services into their platform. And we're starting with payments. And before we get into what exactly that means and how we are going to do that, I'd first like to explain why we are doing this and the problems we are going to solve. I started my career managing a local Fifth Third branch in an underbanked area. And the small businesses ran on very thin margins, accepting overdraft fees to float their business expenses. I saw hardworking individuals use a system that, quite frankly, wasn't working. And for the last 15 years, I've worked exclusively with embedded payments. I have worked with some of the best SaaS companies, Uber, Toast, and locally Club Essential, and have seen the struggles they faced when embedding payments. The hours, the frustration, the confusion, the learning curves, the roadblocks, all to create the next generation of how we consume financial products. So what does that mean today and with Tesouro? Over the last 20 years, we have seen the rise of the internet, the cloud, and mobile technologies, which have created the perfect opportunity to modernize the way consumers and businesses manage their finances and conduct business. And it started with payments. My team and I actually developed a payment facilitator model that allowed for the success of businesses like Shopify and Square. But the race to embed payments and other services has actually just begun. And the market opportunity is huge. Recent studies have shown that only 8% of payments have moved to an integrated model. It is growing at 2 times the rate of the overall market. There are expectations that 40% of all payments will run through SaaS companies in the near future. So what does all that mean? All of this disruption and advancement of Fintech was really the shifting of distribution, or sales, of payments from banks to technology companies. PayPal, Square, Stripe, all made it easy to accept cards as a form of payment, which had huge benefits to both the cardholder and the small business. But for the technology company that wants to offer these services, it's really hard. And that's because they are all being built on the same disjointed and antiquated infrastructure with high regulatory requirements, multiple vendors, which cause massive roadblocks and delays to the real growth. An example of one of the only companies that is able to overcome these burdens is Uber, my former client at Vantiv. We all know how easy Uber is for the passenger to use, but let's think about how the driver gets paid. In the beginning, the only option was a standard ACH that occurred weekly and took several days to reach the driver's bank accounts. When Uber tried to provide a faster way to pay their drivers, they couldn't go to the same bank that they went to for payments. The service wasn't offered. The average Uber driver may fall into an underbanked category, or someone who lives paycheck to paycheck. In the standard payoff process, they had to wait 5 days for the funds to hit their account. Imagine if you had an emergency expense, waiting for that money you earned is extremely stressful. Now, what if you could drive all day, make the money you need, and get paid instantly? It's life-changing. Oh, and now 90% of their drivers do elect to get paid in real time. So why was that so hard? And why is Uber one of the only companies that can do that in today's world? There's no one-stop shop for the branded card or the real-time funds disbursement. Very few companies have the scale to do this. As I walk around my neighborhood, surrounded by my favorite local businesses, I know that by creating a new acquiring infrastructure platform, it will benefit my community and your community multiple times over and will make our cities better places to live. Tesouro was founded with a laser focus on ushering in the next generation of embedded payments. This includes unparalleled speed to market, simplifying all things card payments, offering complete control of the user experience. And this is all being built by the most advanced payment team in the market. Our team comes from Visa, Fifth Third Bank, Dell, Finish Line, Klarna, Phoenix, and more. And we're taking all of that experience and a deep understanding of the problem to build the first new payment processor in over a decade.